All African finals. I didn't actually
Coach,
want
you
that.
know I said it.
Yes, but when I saw the Guinean, the Malian team, I was a bit impressed with how strong that they are. And it's going to be a very serious match beyond what we had against Mexico. But if we can manage to be strong in the midfield and mark very, very well like what we did yesterday, after like about 20 minutes, then we might likely score. And when we score, the Malians will come out beyond what they did with the team they played against. Then we will score again. This is surely what might likely happen. They defeated us during the Cup of Nations.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't see the match, but they said we created a lot of chances. But I'm waiting again to see this. Since it's in the finals, at the Under-17 World Cup again.
Yeah. Unuka, you don't sound very confident.
Optimistic.
I am very, very optimistic.
Okay.
Extremely optimistic. Why? Because in the first instance, we don't need to win the trophy. Why? Because this is meant for development. And as at this point, any team that is defending a trophy of this magnitude, once you get to the semi-finals, it is considered at this level a very wonderful thing that you've done. Look at Mexico, 6-1 in the first match in Dubai. Yeah. They got to the finals, 3-0 in the finals. Yet they rejoiced and they got home. They got so many things. Ours, I pray it is different. We've managed to get to this point, and we will manage to win the trophy.
Yeah,
that'll be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, hopefully that's the case.
No, I was looking at this game. If you check the first 20 minutes, they were able to soak up the pressure because when the Mexicans came out, when they decided so well, it's like they have a way of actually allowing the opponent to kind of maybe use up all their energy then before they start firing. But is that really the right thing to do?
No. African football, generally, when you consider the science that governs the game, our mental speed is very, very low. You understand the way we come into the game for the first 15, 20 minutes, even at the highest level. When it comes to international football, where speed, agility, and quickness matters, you have to be compact and you have to maintain this right from the beginning of the match. When you look at our match against USA, it happened first 15 minutes. The match against Chile, it happened a little. The match against Croatia, it happened first 20 minutes. Then the worst was with the one against Brazil. I held on to my seat at home like this, hoping that they are not going to score because they created almost about 3 to 4 chances in the first 15-20 minutes. Yes. Then after then, the strength comes into play. That is the physiological strength. We are strong, Ayo. Okay. This team is strong and we know how to mark very well. My only fear is that those first 15-20 minutes that they don't score at least 1 or 2, like what we were about seeing yesterday. Okay. What was to be against Mexico. They scored and they had another 2 opportunities. Yes. Supposing they had scored, Cecilia.
I would have gone to sleep. I'll wait for the result in the morning.
I get what Unuka is saying because we're seeing on the TV right now was the game against Brazil. And before Nigeria actually got the first goal, the Brazilians created several chances. Yes. I didn't take it. So it's safe to say that was a very slow start on the part of the Nigerians. And fortunately for them, the Brazilians couldn't take advantage of it. So, but this is the final, and it's going to be very important for them to start really fast against the Malians, a very solid Malian side as well.
I can imagine how the Malians will be feeling right now. Like, hey, it's Nigeria again. We beat these guys at the African Championships.
Yes.
You know, whatever we did then, we can still replicate it at the world stage.
So, yes. Ayo, what happened then before the competition, before we left for our training tour, or the friendly match that we went to play in Ghana, 9 days before the Cup of Nations, most of our guys failed MRI.
Yes.
So at the end of the day, we were barely able to pick up a team together to at least compete in the Cup of Nations, where we came fourth. But this is different because we had almost about 4 to 5 months to prepare these young lads for this competition. So let us see the improvement on the side of the Malians and the great improvement and speed and power, you know, and flexibility on the side of the Nigerians. Okay. 2 things will come into play. This is African derby.
Okay.
The Malians, they won't agree that Nigeria is a team that they cannot beat.
Okay.
Like Ivory Coast, like Guinea, like Ghana, like Senegal, Zambia, if Egypt, Algeria, Morocco, they don't want to agree that Nigeria is a team that cannot be beaten. So they are going to be serious beyond what they had in their match that they won 2 or 3-0. Now, in this case, our guys must be they don't have to be complacent. They must be very, very strong, because at the end of the day, what will play out, two things. The physiological strength, one, how strong you are and how you are able to last for 90 minutes. Then the last one will be the psychological strength when it comes to the issue of dragging.
Okay. Well, let's just take a look at the results, of course, of last night. You know who's going to play. The third place definitely going to be between Belgium and, of course, Mexico. And, of course, the final is Nigeria and Mali. We'll just take a look at the results from last night and also what the coach had to say. Okay, that's the result there. Mali and Belgium were 3-1. And for Mexico and Nigeria, it was 4-2. And everyone was actually saying that Mexico were able to score 2 goals against Nigeria because they won the tournament twice. And that's the reason Nigeria have won it 4 times, so they showed their superiority there. And against Mali, everyone is saying, okay, Mali hasn't won it, so they're definitely going to score against Nigeria. Nigeria might even score 4 against them. I don't know how that is going to pan out. But let's just get to take a quote coming from the coach, Emmanuel Menike, talking about the finals, what he had to put together, and of course, how the boys were able to win it, okay? It was a difficult match in which both teams did their best. We give credit to Mexico because of their performance and its level of play. We're happy to be in the final and have the chance to defend the world title. Mali is a good team, Africa's champion. This is going to be an interesting challenge.
Very interesting challenge to be. But that challenge, we have to meet it strength-wise. Okay. Then the ball intelligence. We must start from the beginning to put speed on the ball, being very quick in ball circulation, and trying to keep possession of the ball, because the Malians will not come fully up front, because they too, all they want is to score first.
Score first. Yeah.
And when they score, you know what they do normally? They go back. They play like Nigerians.
Yes.
They go back and they keep running on the counter-offensive. So the game will be, if we can move the ball as quick as possible in circulation, then we put pressure on them in the midfield. At a time, they will give way, maybe just once when it comes to drag between Osimhen and maybe if Ajiboye is going to, Bangboye is going to be playing this time around,
definitely going to play
then something will come and Chikwueze, yes, supporting. If they manage to be able to get a goal, then all hell will let loose against Nigeria, which means what will happen? They will come out.
Okay.
They will want to press. Then they will leave few men
at the back.
At the back, which if we are able to convert our chances, like because of what I have seen so far with our striker, 9 goals to this end. But the problem is that I thought he would have gotten something close to like about 12 to 15 goals. All I need, be calm most of the time.
Okay.
If you cannot score, bring out the ball for people to score. And if you can, be calm, convert the chance, and start counting the goals for the team. We've scored almost about most probably 21. Yeah, because for yesterday it was about 17. Yeah. Now 21. And against Mali. Yeah, wonderful. Wonderful. And against Mali, another 1 or 2 more. It's going to be difficult.
It's going to be difficult because from all what you've been saying so far, it's a battle of who scores first.
This is it.
So that's the moral of
whoever scores first, you know, everybody just
want to come out.
They will retreat, yes.
And you get punished if you're not disciplined at the back.
Yes.
You get punished. Okay, now Jericho actually talked about this on the 17 team. He's not surprised that they're performing so well, but he believes that if we can actually, you know, put them together, put these boys together, they definitely want to do Nigerian proud. And it's actually high time Nigeria gets to start winning at a very high level, considering the fact that we've been dominating this tournament. Let's listen to Joe Erico.